Wow, 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 wow. I think the most important thing of this entire post has to do with Grand Mandrill Thrawn giving turn meter to an ally and then not going. They fixed it. They made it so that they always go next. That's huge. Probably the best thing about this entire post is if at the very bottom, and I think a lot of people missed it, but there's so much good. I didn't say it's mostly good, but there's some bad too. I think a lot of people right now are experiencing marquee and hard node overload. It just seems to be a bit much to, marquee, wait months, and then it goes into a hard node. And it's like a 9-month process, I understand. Let's take a look at the patch notes because there is some other stuff that's good. I do like the cargo ship thing. I'm not sure exactly what it means entirely, but it seems like a good thing. First things first, new characters. So, yes, there are new characters in the game. Basically, we got a new character, Aurora Singh. Very good in Phase 3 of the Sith Raid. Haven't made a video about it. Working on it. Probably that video will be out tomorrow. Bosque's ship, Houndstooth. Yeah, I don't have Bosque up to 7 stars yet. And this is a marquee event. Both of these are marquee. But I know that I'm going to be playing against Bosque's ship in the arena. The whales will get him. It's a meta-defining ship. I think everybody needs to know how to play around this ship. There's a link up here in the top right-hand corner of a video about that. I think it's worth checking out because the ship is really good. It kind of reminds me of a combination of L3 and Nest. At a minimum, I have to know how to play around it because it's a bit tricky. Cad Bane. Boy, Cad Bane now has a rework. That might be useful in territory wars, territory battles, and Phase 1 of the Sith Raid. There's a link up here in the top right corner. I did a video with Warrior. We talk about Cad Bane rework. Also, it might be useful to have Cad Bane now that he has a contract in these Galactic Bounties or whatever they're called. Let's go down a little bit first. We talk about the 2 marquee characters, Houndstooth, and then also for Aurora Singh. I like the marquee characters because it gives me a chance to try before you buy. I never buy, but at least I get a character for free, even though I'm not going to use them until they get to 7 stars. Probably going to be going into a hard node, and then it'll be a 6-month process, but that's just the way it is. But at least I'm getting a character for free. But there's just been so many marquee characters. I believe Singh and the Houndstooth make the 25th one for the year. Now this I'm finding very, 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 very interesting, called Contraband Cargo. And what I like about this is they're talking about a new resource event. We're talking about credit heist and droid smuggling. Now credit heist is vital in this game. Every 3 weeks or so, get tons of gold. It is absolutely essential. Now it's going to be tricky at first because we're going to need Lando's Millennium Falcon, which just became farmable right now in a hard node. But I don't think we're going to be able to get the max rewards until we have these 5 ships, which I'm going to go into here in a minute, maxed out. Event starts on August 23rd, has 4 mission tiers, and I'm not sure what the rewards are going to be on the easy, moderate, tough, or deadly. Well, actually, I do know on the deadly because it says right here, it says this tier rewards reinforcement ability materials as well as ship omegas. And those are scarce. Absolutely. But intended for players at level 85 with 5+ cargo ships and a powerful fleet commander, basically saying that it has to be a G12 plus with level 15 5-dot mods and all units at level 85. Okay. So we will have to see how that is. Here are the ships, and they're adding a new ship class called cargo ship, and this is basically smuggler ships. So it makes sense that it's going to have both the Falcons, Slave 1, Ghost, and the Phantom 2. I think a lot of people have Slave 1 and Boba Fett already maxed out. I know I do. Ghost and Phantom are both no-brainer ships, in my opinion, to max out. They're very good ships, plus the underlying characters are very useful, which is the Phoenix, Lando's Millennium Falcon. And we're going to talk about Lando's Millennium Falcon in a minute. At least Lando's Millennium Falcon and Childish Landino are going to be farmable on the same node, kind of like Kylo Ren's ship. And then we've got Episode 7 Millennium Falcon, which is Scavenger Ray and Finn. So I think for me, 4 of those 5 ships are kind of no-brainers. I'm kind of ready to go with 4 out of 5. Just have to work on Lando's Millennium Falcon, which is Childish Landino, young Lando, and also L3. Now, L3 got a Cantina farm node, which is very good. And I'm going to recommend, if you're Cantina farming, that's where I'm going to be focusing on the Cantina farm. Even though many ships can technically be a cargo ship, the intent of this tag is not to add at all to such ships, but rather which might reasonably be usable for illicit or scoundrel type purposes. Houndstooth, I guess, could have been there. We evaluate on a case-by-case basis the ships will be getting this tag with future ship releases. Galactic Bounties 2. Now, this is where I think that the Cad Bane rework might be useful also. Bounties are posted, and this is where you get the shards. And you have to kind of pick which one you want. We have created a new Galactic Bounties event, so this is going to be a sequel. Event will feature 5 new bounties to capture. This event will exist alongside the previous release Galactic Bounties event, now named Galactic Bounties 1. So we've got to have a 1 and 2 now. It helps distinguish the two events. As before, assemble a squad of bounty hunters and track the elusive targets across the galaxy to capture them. This is going to start on August 24th. And I personally really want to get Emphas Nest in the Deadly. Although I'll take Ahsoka. Although I'll take Visas. All of those I need. Those are all in demand for me. As with the previous Galactic Bounties event, Galactic Bounties 2 is a rare event. But with the 2 bounty events, your bounty hunter squad is now twice as useful. Oh, very cool. Because the bounty hunters, yes, I talked about this a little bit earlier in the video, are certainly useful in territory wars, territory battles, and certainly the Sith raid. Most of the faces, if you have Embo, pretty good. Is another benefit, but I don't think they're that great in the arena. I think the arena is going to be Jedi and Traya and Sith for sure. Okay. Shard Shuffle. Boy, Range Trooper is a character I really want, and this is kind of a double whammy right here. Dark Side Hard 3A, so Range Trooper is now going to be a single hard node farm, which means I'm going to get maybe a shard a day, maybe 8 a week if I were to predict how many I get. Sometimes you get lucky, you get marred. You know, you can do 5 a day, and maybe you have a 1 in 3 chance out of the 5. So maybe 1.5 shards a day, if you will. But this replaces Resistance Trooper. Now, I already have my Resistance Trooper at 7 stars, but I know there's a lot of people currently farming Resistance Trooper, and he went from a double hard node farm to a single hard node farm, so it's going to take people twice as long. And Resistance Trooper, in my opinion, is a vital character in a lot of places of the game. He's very good. Territory wars, raids, so on and so on. Also, territory battles. L337. And this is probably the easiest and the best and the most vital farm in this patch right here, Cantina 5A. Now, when Mods 2.0 comes out, they're going to split mods and these Cantina farms into 2 different energy types. So right now you have to decide, do I want to be farming mods or do I want to be farming characters? And I kind of at least go 1 day a week and farm mods at a minimum. Sometimes it's every time. But now, when it splits up, when Mods 2.0, don't know when that's coming out, then you're going to have a dedicated farming schedule. And I'm going to go for L3 immediately because it's recorded for that cargo shipment event and for Lando's Falcon. And I just want to say L3, other than Nest and Range Trooper, was definitely the best character out of the movie. The prepared characters. L3 is really useful. My goodness. Having the ability to taunt all the time, and then when you don't target L3, when you don't target her, she gets turn meter. And then when you do target her, she self-cleanses or she randomly cleanses a scoundrel. It's super annoying, especially paired up with Zalbar, Vandor, Chewbacca, Nest, and Kira. That team is nuts on defense and territory wars. So L3 is definitely an important character. Young Lando, Fleet Battles Hard 1D, along with Lando's Millennium Falcon. So they're both going to be farmable on the same node. Kind of reminded me of Kylo Ren and the Slicer. The Silencer. I know it's not the TIE Slicer. Sorry, Cubs. Cubs Fawn. Nice video, by the way. That video is awesome. Got to get props to his video. I didn't know he could sing like that. Emphas Nest. Oh my God. Fleet Battles Hard 5D. Okay. Not a lot of people can beat that stage. That stage was really hard. I just beat it recently. There's a link up here in the top right-hand corner. Even if you have ships maxed out, it was not easy to beat. But there is a trick to it. And required for me to sub out TIE Advanced for Scimitar and put TIE Advanced in Reinforcement. It actually works. If you use the old metas for ships, like a lot of people do, you can beat 5C is where the bottleneck starts, but 5C, 5D, 5E are insanely hard to get 3 stars. Check out the video. There's an explanation for it there. Packs and bundles, we're going to skip over that. If you buy the packs, that's great, but we're going to go to the most important part of the entire post. Fixes. Target ally of Grand Admiral Thrawn. Grand Admiral's command will now always take the next action. Okay, so the way it works, when 2 characters get to 100% turn meter at the same time, let's say one, and it's a number of 1,000, but let's say one goes to 1,100 and one goes to 1,000. Well, they basically got to 1,000 at the same time. It doesn't matter who got there higher, but they got there at the same time. And the computer will do a coin flip and randomly one of them will go first. So if that was Thrawn and the opponent's Palpatine, then I would give turn meter to, let's say, my Palpatine, but then their Palpatine goes, and that's horrible. And this is the same reason why on Raid Han, when you play Raid Han versus Raid Han, it doesn't matter who's faster. It's a coin flip on who goes first. So basically, it was like a penalty. You went first, but then it re-rolled when you gave the 100% turn meter to your character. But now, this is huge. The character will always take the next action. Yay! This used to drive me insane because the opponent's Palpatine would go and I'd get stunned or something ridiculous and that would be done. So Trooper got fixed. Krennic got fixed. Some other things got fixed. Overall, all of this is very good. All right. Well, now it's time for the giveaway. Really hope you liked this video today, because if you did, you are in luck. For every single person that likes this video, you'll be getting for free in your account an 8-star Baby Yoda.
This is not a scam.
Yeah, I think I've done this one before, but oh well. I like to recycle some of my little punchline jokes. All right, guys, thanks for watching and keep on gaming.